So Israel, this was in the last year or two. Israel sodomizes and kills Palestinian detainees. Candace Owens calls out silent Christians. Yeah, so I'm a Christian and I'm going to call out Candace Owens as she is not a Christian. Maybe she believes she's one, but boy, she's a poor example of it in every way. With many Israelis openly supporting the systemic rape of male Palestinian prisoners, no, it's the other way around. In concentration camps, Candace Owens challenges Christian Americans to be a real Christian and speak out against this morally outrageous crime. Well, Candace Owens, I'm going to speak out against you, and I'm going to call your ass out because you're not a Christian. First of all, you're not even close to it, okay? You just hate the Jews. But I mean, I can't. That would be the worst thing is to. I would think in God's eyes is that you claim you're a Christian while you lie. Everybody lies, but I'm saying you lie about this. This is not true. It's the other way around. It is. It is. Look, I'm older than that non-Christian woman, okay? I'm wiser. I'm older than Whitney Webb. I'm older than Ian Carroll. I'm older than all these Jew haters, and that's all they are is Jew haters. They just want the genocide of Jews. That's what they want. I'm tired of playing the politically correct game. Let's just call this bullshit out. Because I remember this shit 25 years ago, okay? And these young people are spewing the same ugly rhetoric that people with different faces were 25 years ago. It's bigger now. However, boy, I think they're going to all have to eat crow. Because the Palestinians, which I've never seen in my adult life, have stood up and are protesting against Hamas. They are calling them out as a terrorist organization. They're blaming them. They're saying out, out, get out Hamas. Like 3,000 of them were chanting. Because usually what Hamas loves is if they'll get out and protest, but against Israel, because then it gains them all this. Everybody in the world can then go after the Jews. But apparently and actually there's been a ceasefire there. I didn't know that. There had been, like, since January, there had been little. So just think about it. All of those people, Whitney Webb, Ian Carroll, all the current day Jew haters, redacted, Jimmy Dore, so many of them. They're carrying on like every day the Palestinians are being annihilated. No, there's been a peace deal. But then, like always, what happens is the terrorist organizations, because Hamas isn't one, and before him was Yasser Arafat. He was in until 2004. He never wanted peace either. Him and the PLO did the same. Hamas got all of its playbook ideas from the PLO. It's the same agenda with all of them. But this is, I never see them come out against Hamas. The things they were saying, because they want all of this to stop. They want, the Palestinians are saying, give back the hostages, and make a peace deal. The problem is, Steve Witkoff, who's, part of Trump's administration, is saying they're more than willing to come back to the table and make another peace deal. The problem is, and this is why we have stupid, ignorant people here in America that carry on, because if they knew the history here, these terrorist organizations just want the Jews annihilated. I remember 25 years ago when Israel lived next to Palestinians, and they were friends, and it was very sad because, again, the Arabs would, Yasser Arafat would send somebody into the Gaza Strip, some young kid taped with explosives, and he would walk onto a bus and blow it up. And then it would displace all of them. It would displace the Jews, and it would displace all of them, okay? And they had formed bonds and friendships. Most of these people just want peace. Hamas uses them as human shields. Hamas hides in hospitals. Okay, this is what Yasser Arafat did. So when these young people like Candace Owens, Whitney Webb, Ian Carroll, all these people that act like that they want to try to brainwash you into believing that Israel is genociding people, it's like, shut up, shut the fuck up. Okay, I heard this same shit 25 years ago. I know way better than them, and they are just Jew haters. That's what they are. So let me call the lying Christian out, Candace Owens, as what she truly is a Jew hater. What they want is for Israel to stand there and take it. Again, on October 7th, Hamas went in there, killed 1,200 Jews, and took 251 hostages. And they're the ones that rape and sodomize and do the worst, most horrible things. Yeah, Candace Owens, she never walks back anything she says. And if she was a true Christian, she would. Because those, some of those hostages were recently, in the White House with Trump and talking about their experiences, trauma that you can't even imagine. Usually they don't even make it out alive. But Hamas is horrible. They torture them, everything. So, because Hamas cares about no one. They don't even care about the Palestinian people because they're not a legit government. But because they just appoint themselves, that's who Israel ends up trying to negotiate with. But Yasser Arafat was the same way. He was just a terrorist. He then indoctrinates a bunch of kids to become terrorists that are Palestinians. It's a vicious cycle. And if we had smart young people, and I think there's some, but if you're following the path of this, then your university has not done you any good. And everybody remembers a year ago seeing every university, your most Ivy League universities, marching with the terrorists. Yeah. While they carry on, like Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, those representatives that they want the Jews annihilated too. Now, all these kids that were marching, they don't realize, but their professors do. And those kids need to learn that those professors that pushed this nonsense on them to where they were getting out and protesting like this, is just those professors hate the Jews too. It's that same evilness that has come over all those socialists, and they use this. But truly, for the Palestine people to come out and call out Hamas and say they're the problem, it puts all this to shame. Do you realize that? It does. It puts all, because none of these people, even though these kids didn't know it, these young college kids, many of them just thought, yeah, I stand with Palestine. Yeah, so you weren't really standing with Palestine though. No. Because it would be in everybody's best interest for every Hamas member to be annihilated. It would. Just saying it straight. Because they're just a terrorist organization. But because we have hateful professors, we have hateful university professors that hate the Jews, universities that hate the Jews. I mean, that's been on full display for a long time, though, how much they hate the Jews. But see, it's not just that they hate the Jews. They want them annihilated. They do. They're ugly people. Their soul is ugly. And I hate to see these young people get pulled into this, because people need to understand something about this. This scarf. Yeah, this useful idiot here wearing this scarf. You may think that that's some Palestinian thing. No, it came from this terrorist. Yeah, this was Yasser Arafat, who was a terrorist until 2004. His organization was the PLO. So after that fell, Hamas just took over. Maybe the same people, they just took on a new name. But that's where this whole look comes from. So when you get out there and say, we stand with Palestine, yeah, you're really not, though. Yeah, you're not. This isn't standing with Palestine. That's standing with Hamas. Because Hamas uses the Palestinian people as shields. So it's nice to see, because I've never seen it in my lifetime, that the Palestinian people are standing up, calling out the terrorist organization for what they are, terrorists. So Candace Owens and the others, well, especially Candace Owens, should just admit she's not a real Christian. She's nothing more than, the same Nazi mentality that's always been around. She should maybe check herself, because she is not even close to being a Christian.